Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome at the second part of the SERAC 24-hour MRE Pack 2 review. Please subscribe to the channel and please go and donate on patreon.com. This is going to consist of lunch and dinner. So let's start with lunch. We are going to have Mexican chicken. 200 grams. This is just the information sheet. It's on my Facebook page and on my Twitter page. And we are having barbecued rice this time. This is information for the starches, the ingredients. It's also on my Facebook page and on Twitter. You don't always get these sheets, but sometimes you do. We are also going to have some fruit chutney with this. This is not a very strong chutney, it's so mild, but I'm going to use it anyway. We're going to have some Super C's and some mystery isotonic drink. This rice is like all the other MRE rice dishes that you get in such pouches. It is sort of a sheet form. The Mexican chicken is actually big lumps. But I'm going to squash it fine because I want to see how it is when it is sort of squashed. The chicken here is actually big pieces of chicken. You can actually feel them. So I'll squash this and then I'll show you how it looks. I don't want to show you before, but if you want to see this just not squashed, you can go and check out the 2019 SERAC 24-hour deluxe menu 3. Part 2, it's on there as well. You can see how this looks if it's squashed. It's just a bit more. The reason why I actually squashed this is because this chicken is quite dry if you have it in the big chunks. So I want to see if it's a bit not so dry if it's smaller chunks. There is quite a sauce in there. It's got a slight tomatoiness in it. This is more a chili type dish. So I'll go and heat this up and I'll be back. Okay, this smells just like the one we had at breakfast. This is pineapple. They didn't have any names on the pack, so I didn't know. So this is just pineapple. This makes half a liter. Just a word of caution, when you do a review, don't forget that you have to actually heat the food up before you open it. As I just did. This stuff is extraordinarily hot. It's still in a sheet. Like all the South African MRE stuff, you open this at the top. This one struggles to open. This rice smells very barbecuey and is exceedingly hot. You can check it out. You can see there it's really sheety. You really have to work at it to loosen the rice. I just poured the cool drink before I forget. You can see this is very hot. You can see this is very sheet-like. Extraordinarily strong barbecue smell. It has got a tomatoey barbecuey flavor. This actually is a bit, it's got a slight little bite. It's got a tomatoey barbecuey flavor. Some of the rice is sort of very soft. Some of them isn't. There's a burn in this. Let's check out the chicken, or the Mexican chicken. As you can see, I squashed this a bit fine, so you've got much finer pieces. It's not as saucy as it was the other day when it was larger pieces. You can see there it is. My camera just keeps on steaming up. There's the chicken. It sort of went into fine slivers. This is real chicken breast. It's extraordinarily dry if it's big pieces. If it's little slivers like this, the sauce gets to get all in between the stuff and it's not as dry. This is more of a chili flavor. There's some tomatoiness, there's some corn in there. There's sometimes some other vegetables in there as well. Sometimes there's some carrots. I've seen some peas. But it's much less dry than when it's, if you don't If you keep it whole, the pieces, it's very dry. So if you crush it up like this, it's much less dry. You don't taste that dryness. It's quite nice. These cutlery are quite flimsy. It sort of bends easily. So you really can't really do a lot of power things with this. Let's check out the mixture. The barbecuiness of the rice comes through. You get the burn from the normal Mexican chicken. As I said, the Mexican chicken is sort of a tomato with chili type of dish. You don't get any whatsoever. There is no cumin in this, which is good, since all the other dishes has got cumin in it. So it's a good thing that they paired the barbecued rice with the Mexican chicken dish, since at least it gives you a dish again with no cumin. The chutney itself, if you taste, is very sweet. It's very fruity. There's just not a lot of them of it, so it's very, well, just quite a little bit of chutney. If you just mix it through a little bit of the food, you get a nice fruity flavor. If you mix it through all the food, you don't get any flavor at all, but if you just mix with a little bit of food, you get a nice fruity flavor with this. Let's check out the drink. I put a bit too much water in this, and you still get that pineapple flavor, a bit of tartness. It doesn't taste as artificial if there's more water in, but you still get that artificially pineapple flavor. This tastes and smells a lot like pineapple jelly, especially the powder. Just smells like pineapple jelly. Check out the Super C. This is watermelon flavor. You get orange, you get grenadella, which is passion fruit, you get strawberry, you get nachi, you get mandarin. I think a nachi is like a tangerine. You get some lemony limey stuff. There's some other stuff you'll get as well, but this is the watermelon. It is hard, you cannot just break it. You can bite down on it though. The watermelon and I think the strawberry as well, they are very sweet. You don't get that tartness you get with some of the other Super Cs. But this is a nice thing to suck on. It will, if you suck on it, it will take quite a while to or we can suck on it for to dissolve. But if you bite on it, it's got a sugary texture. It just feels like chewing sugar. So this was the meal. Overall, the pineapple is a bit boring. I like the orange more, but that's maybe because I like orange more. The Super Cs are good, nice as always. And the main meal, the rice is okay. You get soft and harder rice pieces. If you heat this rice up just in the microwave, it's it's sort of quite a bit hard for me. It's not nice and chewy, or it sort of get dry. But if you heat it in the pouch, it's quite good. The Mexican and the slight burny barbecue flavor is nice. The Mexican chicken, you get the nice tomatoey burny flavor, so like a chili type. It's not a curry. It goes very well with the barbecued rice because you get a sweeter tomatoiness from the barbecue sauce. But the chutney is just actually too little to improve your whole dish. I'm not going to add salt to this. I think one of the salt packets in there is ruptured anyway, but I'm not going to add salt. I don't feel this needs it now. Though it's quite a nice dish. And squashing up the large pieces of chicken helps softening it and not let it be so dry. So that was the lunch part of the review. See you at dinner. Welcome at dinner. We're going to have 300 grams of beef pasta veg. There's some sugar, there's some creamer. We're going to have some more other tea, and this is just the cutlery. This is the same meal again we had in the SERAC 2019 menu 24-hour deluxe, the pack 3. That is beef pasta veg. This again has big pieces of beef in here. I'm again going to squash it a bit to see how it tastes when it is not so large. The problem with these big pieces of beef it is real beef, is that it is sometimes a bit dry. So I'm going to squash it a bit and see if it is less dry, if it's more shredded. So I'll go and heat this up, put some water, hot water for this, and I'll be back. This is a very small dinner. Let's check out the tea. The tea is just in some other flimsy little plastic bag thing. They don't even say what kind of tea it is. Again, I'm not sure which one. This might be normal tea, normal black tea. I'm not really sure, since they don't really say. It looks like normal black tea to me. It really doesn't seem to be rooibos. I'll let this steep for a while. Let's go and get the main meal. Okay, I heated this up. I boiled it in water for about 10 minutes. It's what they said you should do. And I squashed the meat a bit fine. There you can see some of the spaghetti, or the pasta anyway. Definitely there's some salt packets. It's got a rupture in that bag. You can see there's not very large pieces now since I squashed the meat. So let's zoom in so that I don't fog up this thing. You can see I squashed the meat fine a bit. This is a nice saucy pasta. It's sort of more tomato-y based than the chicken one. There is some pasta pieces there. Quite large pasta pieces. The pasta is extremely soft. This is the serviette you get. It's just a normal fast food serviette. Gonna put some more of this stuff on my spoon. You can see there. There's supposed to be some vegetables there. I'm not seeing any at the moment. But the meat, it's a bit better if it is in smaller, but squashed into smaller pieces. It doesn't taste as dry. There's some peas. The pasta is very soft. The other vegetables is really too soft to actually taste. Even with the meat broken up a bit, it's still a bit dry. The pasta is very soft. You don't really taste the vegetable, you just taste the pasta. The meat is still the main structure giving element in this dish. And it's in a slight tomatoey flavor. Not really strong tomato, very subtle boring flavor. They could have added some more herbs in here, it would have been much better. You just get the meaty and pasta flavor. Check out the tea. This is just some other kind of black normal tea. It's not rooibos, it's just a nice tea flavor. It's not very bitter. I'm not going to add any milk and sugar into this. But it's a nice tea. So this was a very small little dinner. I'm not going to add any salt and pepper here. I don't think that will make that much of a difference. The pasta, it's a bit boring. They can add some more herbs, as I said. Maybe a bit more tomato sauce or tomato something. Some for other tomato-y thing. But the tea is just normal tea. So that's dinner. A very small dinner, but oh well. So thanks for watching this part 2 of the SERAC 24-hour pack 2 with me. Please subscribe to the channel, please go and donate on patreon.com, and see you at my next ration review.